What is going on YouTube? Dr. Way here, hitting you up with another video. This one is about the garrisoning ultimate guide, essentially. And I forgot to mention one thing about civilizations, which is another way you can increase your stats. And I'll talk about that real quick for the rally. I had a video called um, like advanced, civilization guide or something like that. What I'm saying is covered in there as well. But just for the sake of repetitiveness and making sure that you get the information, I'll do it again. Okay. So, real quick, I'm not even gonna waste time because this isn't what the video is really about. Kinda, I'll just do the rally and the garrison at the same time. So, if you're gonna rally with calves specifically, especially, this is slam dunk the best one. Mamluk, good ass unit, cavalry attack, damage with the rallied armies. It's insane. Now, I think also what could be pretty good if you're using archers, which is debatable in KvK1, but if you were, and you theoretically could, and if you have YSG expertise, that skill damage looks mighty good. The march speed looks good. The Janissary is good, and the archer health is also good. I don't think that is really that deep. I think that Arabia is going to be the better choice. Just because the minus Sal, like almost everybody has the minus Sal combo. It's just really strong. People are training more cabs anyway. Like, but Ottoman is fine. Like the skill damage, especially even with minus out, that's a lot of skill damage. But it's like if that's the case, then why not do this? But the thing is, it's like that march speed in the open field is nice. So like, I don't know. I kind of like this too. Any other pairs noteworthy? No, not really. You know, here it is for on defense for Garrison. I don't know. I feel like the Vikings could be okay. Definitely, if you're defending with infantry, which is probably we're gonna try to make that the case. Like Rome is the one. You actually get more stats from Vikings, but I mean, like you're not gonna just be garrisoning. You might want that march speed, but if you're like strictly garrison, it looks like Vikings would be more of the choice. Plus, the unit is just so good. Are there any other options for garrisons? No, not really. Like you could go Ottoman for the same reasons you would go Rome. Cause like skill damage is pretty general, and Martel YSG is the best. Like YSG does a lot of skill damage, so fair enough. The march speed is nice. Like Rome is okay as well. Vikings is okay. So you few options, but there it is. Not trying to take too long with that. Now, a lot of the same information that I wrote down, well, said, it's written down too, but said still applies for the Garrison. And now the Garrison has an easier time. You still got the 1.5, cap. And like if you're going against a 2 mil rally, like yeah, it's tough. But like for example, our kingdom only has one, 2 mil rally capacity on our so it depends on what you're going up against. There might be a lot of people that don't have the 2.5. I mean the 2.0. A lot of people are going to have the 1.5 or the 1.6, right? That's going to probably be more typical. Now there's some, kingdoms that, they got a lot of whales stacked up in it, and then you are going against the 2.0. But the thing is that, that's 33% more troops than what you have. But remember, it's full deaths for them and only half deaths, half severely wounded for you. So ultimately, you'll get half of your um, commanders back. I mean, half of your troops back. And then I'm pretty sure in this KvK now, you're going to be able to get some of your troops back after the KvK ends, which is super good early on, if I remember the patch notes correctly. So just keep that in mind. real quick, again, you can get stats from the VIP level, your tech, your gear, the commanders themselves. Then you want to make sure you get a rune. You want to make sure you use the like a 5% attack or 5% defense token. You want to make sure that you're utilizing the commander, this commander tab, so you can get 3% of stats here with the Sow and Nighthead, right? I mean that's Sow, the charge captain, and I have Sow for it. Okay. You want to make sure that you're also asking for a title that's available, like General, King, Justice, Duke. They all give some bit of stats. Like 15% for King, 10% for General. What General is going to be that main one that you want, and then you can get 5% from either Justice or Duke, right? And that's valid, right? That's very valid. So now, right, this video is so much quicker because I explained, like, I went over in detail about all that, right? And like, again, the gear is like the same thing as I mentioned in the last video, right? Like, you don't need to be crafting up like a whole bunch of the legendary gear. Like, I can actually craft up these legendary boots, but like, that'll be all I'm crafting, and these aren't even all that good, right? Like you can craft up some epics, epic gear, and that's probably fine. You can craft up a few epics, but I would stick to blues. Try to special talent the blues, and then special talent greens is pretty much all but guaranteed at this point. Is guaranteed pretty much at this point. So now let's talk about combos, and like there's not like a variety of stuff that you can really defend with. I mean, theoretically you could, but I'm just gonna go over the best things, right? So the best thing that you can really defend with would honestly be Martail with YSG. Boom. Great synergy. The build. Would generate the build that you do with Martail would generate a lot of rage. Some healing, just a little bit of healing, like obviously boosts his damage. You try to bring all infantry, but with the way that you're gonna build, it's kind of like you don't actually have to go into the infantry tree all that much. So the main infantry stats is gonna come from like the gear and the skill. So it's like, yeah, infantry will be better, but like reinforcing with something else would only, I mean, this is gonna be a weaker defense, but like if that's all you got to reinforce to keep it going, like it won't kill it, right? As if you're attacking, like going minus Sal. When you do minus Sal, you're gonna have a lot more cavalry stats invested. So it's kind of like you might not want, or for example, for archers, if you did an all archer rally, you're gonna have some of those archer talents. If you don't have all archers, completely all archers, then it's gonna mess up, and you're not gonna get those talents. So it's not as bad on defense because of the nature of the talents that you're getting. And I'll show you what I mean. Like if I were to do a defense build, right, for a flag, and I wasn't getting swarmed, I would do something like this. This is a pretty safe standard. Like, granted, you won't get anything for this, but like all these other talents will be fine. It'll work, right? So you get a good 9% of stats here, and I think that's good. And if you do feel like you're gonna get sworn, if you get this, then that's 9% damage reduction. And if you get double rallied, which is possible, I mean, like that's gonna be really, really good against a double rally. And then like this is all general points. Like any troop is gonna get all these bonuses. And then for the same thing, you would try to go down and go all the way to get desperate elegy. And basically, when you're under 30%, if you keep reinforcing, you'll get an extra 25 rage for each normal attack. You'll be regenerating a lot of rage, like a lot of rage. Don't swarm it. Oh my God, don't swarm it. The sweet mama. And then you will get extra rage from here. I don't know how many talent points you can get. I'm pretty sure you can get quite far. You know, quite far. So let's see. Let's reset this. So to get here, you need 36 points plus 4 more. So that's 40 points there. Okay, to get all the way here is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25. I'm trying to just see, like, okay, you should be able to do something very close to this. I'm tempted to say that you, yeah, I would need to get him to, because you get 72 and I'm at 48. So it seems like you would be able to do this, right? And I want to, you need 16. I get 10. So I got 6. Any more talent points that I can get? Come on, 6 plus 10 plus 10. It's 28. So yeah, you should be able to do that and then at least get the same kind of configuration that I had here. Yeah, I don't know if you will be able to go into this tree at all because it might be noteworthy to get Iron Spear. You might have to play around with it because it might be noteworthy to get Iron Spear because you're trying to protect against Minus Sow, which is very common. And maybe you don't get the 3%, the 9% of stats here. Maybe you just like do something like this and then go into this tree. I think that that's valid too. Because you will, I mean, you can kind of see what's coming at you and you can adjust your build. And if it's going to be a good fight, it is worth adjusting your build to deal with whatever's coming at you. Okay, so I kind of played around with the thing here, but like Martell YSG is going to be your best bet. And then I would say, you know, Richard Martell is a very good pairing. But the thing that I don't like about Richard in a flag, like don't mind this for Archer Osiris, but in a flag, right? If all healing really does is make it so you get some of your troops back that are already in the flag that are slightly wounded. The thing is if you were to just, you know, keep reinforcing the flag, like take a beaten up march out, or your old beaten up march out and send in a new fresh march, it essentially does the same thing as healing. So if you have a alliance that actually knows what the fuck they're doing, right, then it like makes a lot of sense. Now Richard is really good at Arco Osiris because like you don't have the time to go back and reinforce and stuff like that. You just kind of want to just stay there. But like I would rather bring the YSG with the Martell so I can kill their troops. Like I think that's more valuable than trying to do that. But here's the thing though, like a lot of people might not have YSG, and this is what you have, then it's not bad. Because I mean, if that's what you have, you know, Richard Martell will still be good. But if that's what you have, okay. So then another concept is like, okay, Sun Tzu YSG would be really cool. It does fuck tons of damage. You can't really swarm it, especially if YSG is expertise. Tons of damage. Squishy right? Squishy Garrison, but it would still be good. And let me show you. I can actually show you what a full build would look like. So, right, you could. Ooh, no, don't switch. Just reset. Okay, so right, let's just start with the basics. You would get this here. This only works in city, so you wouldn't get that. And that's probably why that build was messing me up. But yeah, that's why I was like, well, so I was fucking around with this. Okay, you would get these. Then go to rejuvenate. Okay. if I knew, I would definitely get this for the Rage Regen. And if I knew it was, you know, Cavalry coming, then I would definitely get that. If it wasn't, I would still probably push to this for the Rage Gen because of the YS, Sun Tzu YS. Yes, just so much Rage Gen. Okay, I'm tempted to get Stronger Body. That's just really, the health is just so good. You got 3 more points, so like I probably would, you know, boom. That looks like really good. And that's not very much difference. So the only difference is I got that and not Stronger Body. Like it's almost the same thing as a city defense build, man. If you shave off these points, put it somewhere else. But like this looks pretty good. If you wasn't Cavalry you were going up against and you wanted to make a very micro optimization, then I guess this would be okay. But no, like just get that. They bring any cabs in there. Any cabs come to that, and like minus out, which is going to be so common. This is a really good build, and it'll do tons of damage. Like, and I really do mean a lot of damage. Just be squishy. If they try to swarm at any point, they're done. Oh my god, that defense is going to be so successful. So those are the type of build that you could do with Sun Tzu, YSG. I don't really like Sun Tzu Martel because it puts Martel in the wrong spot. But it's just so tough to get, um, legendaries to 60 then. So it's like, I'm getting, the Sun Tzu to 60, he's 60. This is with all of this junk on him and, YSG, if you can get him expertise, just level 40, right? Good build. Very, very good, Then, like, if you don't have YSG and, like, Martel is in a better spot than your YSG is, and then, like, okay, fine. It's because like I said, I really don't like Richard in the flag. I just don't. I think you really want the Martel in the flag over Richard all day with YSG. So there you go. There's just pretty much just messing around with those, and like, this isn't really a problem for us, I don't think, but like, I don't think Uji is necessarily bad. Like, a 30% defense reduction is nice. It cares more about infantry, and I think that's more in a negative direction because that's kind of the beauty of defending flags in KvK1. It's like the builds that you do are, kind of better. And the thing is, like, you're not going to be able to go all in the attack tree like you're going all in on like a skill or defense tree. Like, there will be some Garrison, and then, like, you'll have to rely more on the infantry tree. So I don't like that pairing all too much. And that's it. Like, all of the other commanders are, focused on like archers, and Sun Tzu is the most general level of all, but, 10% health still helps as well. So that's pretty much what it is for, the KvK1, Garrison. And then another thing that I will say too is that, like, for the other video, you don't want to reinforce the flag from far away because, like, I'm reinforcing. I can put anything in here, whatever. Right? It says that it's 195,000, but I'm not there yet. So for 25 seconds, right, for 22, 21 turns, like, this Garrison is missing out on like over 10% of its capacity. That's serious, right? Like, there's whole skills that give you 10% capacity, and now you're low on it. Like, no, like that's so no bueno. So you want to make sure that you're like super close. So for example, you don't want to reinforce no farther away than right here. Like, you see how this dude's right, like, and then it takes what, 3 seconds. Like, you don't want to be more than like 5 or 10 seconds away. So that way, the flag stays full all the time, because what you're doing is you're stopping somebody else from being able to reinforce that flag because you're trying to reinforce it, but you're so far away that they're not actually getting any benefit from the soldiers. And if 3 people do that, the rally's done, or the garrison defense is done, because you can't reinforce it high enough, right? So that'll like literally destroy your rallies. So KvK1, garrison defense. You're a master governor. See you in the next video.